Welcome back, everybody.
Good morning.
And it is a lovely Thursday.
Beautiful.
Still have family in town, but we were still productive. Got things done yesterday, and today is a bit of a slower day. I'm sure you probably don't mind.
I don't mind. Shipping will be not take much time.
5 total items today. The topic I wanted to kind of discuss is markets change constantly, and so like I brought an item up here that I had to take down because it's not selling. But I also made an error on it, so I kind of feel like I saved myself future punishment. But
Okay.
it was this like votive glass, and I've been taking down quite a bit of listings now. So we're down to about 2,400 in our listing. So it's these 3 votive glasses. In this listing, I also said it was going to have candles in it, and there are no candles in the box. So that was a disaster waiting to happen, because this is was only listed for less than $10, $9.95.
Dang.
And
then you'd have a problem. And
they're heavy.
Yeah.
They didn't have the candles, so then you'd have like a complaint from it, and rightfully so. Like that would have been a mistake on my part. But then it just takes up too much space.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I mean, honestly, I don't really enjoy selling that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't even know when we got this.
We've had it for a while. I don't know.
Yeah.
And this is not something that we would pick up anymore.
Now, yeah, this is a previous us purchase.
But I'll have one more example as well, moving forward. But we will jump into these sales. And first up, we have a, you know what brand this is?
Cobra.
King Cobra. You look at that. She's coming along.
I just read it.
Are you serious? Oh.
I wouldn't know.
So disappointed. King Cobra. This is a lady's
head cover.
Head cover. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's. I think it's just blank.
Yeah.
But I like selling head covers. There are risks that if you don't buy a high quality one, it does deteriorate.
Dry rot
over time. But this one's in really good shape still. Yeah. And that one sold for $8.96 plus shipping, sold via promoted listing. Next up, this was a purchase. This is on one of our trips that we took.
Yeah.
Was this in Georgia?
Maybe. You're asking the wrong person.
No, this would be in North Carolina. So one of our thrift store trips that we took to North Carolina. But I think, was this something you picked up or
yes,
I picked up?
I picked it up.
Williams-Sonoma in box. This is used. It's not that it's new, but it is a multi-pot. So it's got a bunch of different pots to go in here that stacks. This is probably a good picture to show.
This is a good picture right here.
Oh.
There you go.
There we go. We're there.
A multi-pot.
And this one was interesting because
Williams-Sonoma is an expensive brand. So.
It is. It is an expensive brand, and this one was interesting because I could not find any sold comps, so I kind of had to just make my own listing. We had this listed for several months.
Yeah, it's been there.
But it did finally sell for $74.95 plus shipping. So I think we probably paid $10 for it.
Yeah. There you go. It's in great condition.
Yeah. So they're gonna love it.
Yeah.
And
shipping's not gonna be too hard. It's metal, so.
Well, not only that, but it's also like
box.
a pretty condensed down box.
It's not too big either.
Shouldn't be too shabby. Next up, we have a CD. What is it called?
CD.
For Circle Jerks. I don't know what it is, but this genre of CDs can sell, and sells very well.
2 punk classics for the price of 1.
$34 plus shipping for this one. This was part of when I bought all of the punk rock, grunge stuff. So we've had that really for a while, but $34, I am ecstatic about that. Next up, we got this pretty recently. This is Batman Gotham City. It's a racing game, and it's not in great condition. This copy, it is complete. But this one is somewhat rare, and for that reason, it sold for $30 plus shipping.
Yay!
So
very good.
Pretty solid there.
Then my sale, I sold a hoodie.
Well, good. You can eat your sale. I'll eat the other sales.
And Fitch. I was about to say Abercrombie and Twitch. Okay. Anyways, this sold. Got an offer. I think we had it listed for like 19. I took an offer for 15. So happy with that.
That's a pretty cool
plus shipping
hoodie, actually.
Yeah, it's super soft.
Super cute too.
Super soft and super cute.
I like the color block look on that. So
it's nice.
So that was the sales for the day. The other example that I would say where markets change. So yesterday I sold a textbook, and that textbook sold for like 32 plus shipping, and that's really good. Textbooks are a good example of something that is very like. There's only a certain amount of time that you're gonna be able to sell that. So like yesterday, I had to pull a textbook because new copies of not new, but
new versions,
editions. Other people had listings for that same textbook at $5 free shipping. Free shipping.
Crazy.
So when I bought it,
thrift stores selling those.
So when I bought it, it might have made sense to sell it for 10 plus shipping. But if I didn't find that buyer and I didn't find him fairly soon, I'm not going to be able to make a sale. That's why
go ahead.
I was going to say my threshold for books has gone up because there is no leeway. Like, if I would have got it and maybe the market dipped a little bit and now I can get down to 9 or 10 plus shipping and still make money and get out, then great, I'll do that. But in this situation, it was kind of, the market's already completely fell out of it.
Yeah. I feel the same with, like, Colleen Hoover books. Like, at the very beginning when Verity was getting really popular, like, it was hard to come by and you could sell it pretty good. And now it's just, like, $5.
Yeah.
So.
It's interesting. It's
unless
just
you bundle them.
The collectible market as a whole, it's one of those things to where it's only going to go one of two ways. It's very rarely is it going to stay super stagnant. But if it goes up, your item sells. And so you don't get any of the upside. If the item goes down, then you're just cutting it. So if you don't have that big of a margin on something, like, it can really hurt.
That's why your buy costs have to be low.
And I find it why I like buying and selling the little Funko Pops. I really do like buying and selling those. But the problem is the people that have them are sometimes delusion. Like they paid $20 a pop for those Funkos,
they want it back.
They're collectibles, so they gotta be worth $30 now. It's like, have you checked the market? This sells for 10 free ship, and I like in that situation, I'm not even asking for them because there's nothing worth it for me to even pick them up. But it's just the idea that I'll see people that have them listed and they're selling them in large lots, and I'd like to go and take them, and I like to do those on Whatnot. Because I don't want to hold them, because if I hold them, then they're going to go down to just absolutely nothing. I'd rather sell them for a good deal and get them moving, but they'll have them all for like $300, and it's like, I'd pay $100 for that, but if I send them $100, like a couple times I've sent them the offers, and they're like,
that is insulting.
Look, don't message me again. Is like what one of them said. It's like, but it's like I the other option would be is like, look, I will pay $100 and then do like a profit share on anything. But like even then, it's like I don't even want to make this kind of deal with somebody, because like in the world of where I would be taking it to market these, I need to have an exceptional deal. Like I made an offer of $1,000 for a lot at one point. I know you remember that one. And that's when the person was like, lose my information. So
do not message me.
It's the markets are constantly changing. Like people are saying the video game market's been getting hit. I really think it's the certain systems are getting hit harder than others. So your Xbox Ones, your PS4s, those are getting hit. But it makes sense to me because that's like the generation that's just been moved on from, and you're getting some of the newer games and stuff like that, so that's not as collectible. But like the PS1 game, so we just sold that Batman game for $30. That one's not taking a hit. Maybe some of like the disc fodder that maybe you could sell for $5 plus shipping, you can no longer do it because people aren't collecting it anymore because they've already got it if they wanted it. So there's like that aspect of the market.
What's so interesting is like, yes, it may be going down now, but like now that the game companies are moving towards digital sales, like they want digital because then they can keep getting more money for new buys and they're not losing anything because they just keep reselling it. And then if your subscription runs out or whatever, you have to go rebuy it. So, but I feel like, I'm not saying we have to hold our games, but I could see in the future where video games make a resurgence because people are going to be sick of doing subscriptions or having to buy new systems for updates with storage space and all that. So
that's why honestly, if you can buy like large lots of video games right now at like, let's say you're paying half price.
But it's not something you want to store and hold.
It's not. I would still list it, but I would just know that you could list it on even, let's say, the higher end if you wanted to, like,
if you did want to hold
and be, you know, whatever. But inevitably, I think it is going to come back.
Yeah.
I think you're seeing it come back for a lot of the stuff where, you know, people are going into these video stores and they're like expecting to have this type of experience, and then they go. And if you went to some of these stores like a Target's starting to get rid of them, Best Buy's getting rid of them, and you go to their video game section that you're used to walking in, it looks like a bomb just went off in some cases. You might only have 10 copies of, you know, Xbox One games or PS5 games to pick from, and it's like, oh, okay, this is just not doing well. And I think it's just they're not buying any more shipments, so you're going to see less and less.
It's that same thing going forward. Like, our kids have toys, but what are they doing right now? They're playing video games, which they could play digital games the same way. And their generation is not going to be attached to items. They're going to be, what is my digital footprint look like? Like, what did my characters gain? Or you will have nothing and you will be happy.
Yes.
Over and over and over. It's slowly going to be that way.
Yeah. So. And
just think, like, our parents or our grandparents used to collect, like, china. They'd have, like, a china cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
And, like,
we see china all the time, and it just
But do we have any interest in holding that? Like, it's going to be the same for our kids. Like, all the crap that we have, they're going to be like, yeah, no, I don't want that. I want, like, simple life and, like, my computer.
Yeah.
So everything changes.
Yeah. So it's an interesting time.
What is that thing? The NFT or with those things like
non-fungible tokens,
or you sell items online, like things that aren't real, pictures, images. Yeah.
And it's even worse than that. Is in a lot of these cases, it's just a URL of an image or an item. And it's not even like stored in the blockchain.
So
in some
weird.
cases.
But
it's just,
like, is that going to be our resale market?
Well, I think the other aspect, and I don't want to.
Do we need to start buying like cheap NFTs to sell?
No, we do not.
Is that the resale game now?
No. I mean, I'm sure there's people in that market.
Oh yeah.
That's a market, but there's also a lot of scams.
Yeah.
And in the new markets, when a new market pops up, there's always a lot of scams. Yeah. So I'm always very wary of getting involved. And I mean, we've seen it. How many pumping up schemes with cryptos and all that stuff. You're not even really involved in it to really know, but it's something that I'm pretty entrenched in, and I'm not falling for BitConnect 2.0. So
whatever that is.
Somebody else is getting that out there, hopefully. But I don't want to continue to ramble on today. It's a slower day.
You just don't know like what's gonna be good and what's gonna go down in value. So kind of keep your buy cost low. There it is. There's the bottom line.
Yeah.
So
it always resorts back to buy cheap.
Yep. So what are you doing today?
Today I'm going to probably be working more on a lot of our listings. I got to still pull some items that are no longer good. Said textbook, amongst other things. Some media that is no longer desirable and listing, and it's not doing a good thing for our store.
So that's another thing of holding on to items in a death pile. Because when you buy it, you've checked the comps, and it's a good sell-through.
Yep.
So if you keep it in your death pile too long, by the time you go to list it, it's like, why did I buy this?
Yeah.
Because you missed your window.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself because I have a whole room of clothes.
I'm glad she's talking to herself because I don't have that problem.
But, okay.
So she's going to list today.
No.
Is what I just heard.
Okay, listen. I have one more birthday party to get through this Saturday. And then my time for the random things should come to a halt.
Listing is a random thing.
Honey, it's on the back burner.
But, alright everybody, we are taking too long today, I feel like.
No, we're only at 14 minutes, quit. So you're going to check all the things, you're going to go do disc golf.
Yeah, take kids to go play disc golf.
I'm going to ship, I'm going to start cleaning for the party, and I have to get groceries and what else? Wrap presents. So that's my day. So we'll see. Are we coming back on tomorrow?
I would expect that we'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, there's not really many sales.
I haven't seen anything, but there is a chance always.
There's a chance. So maybe not. Most likely. Yes, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Thursday. Bye.